we at Reef-World, we're very proud to have been part of developing the PADI Eco Centre alongside with you guys, empowering dive centers in making a positive impact for the marine environment where we all love and also where businesses and our careers depends on. So the past year, there has been exemplary environmental performance being proven through the Greenfins membership and also with PADI Aware's adopted new program for PADI Eco Centre. So together we have been supporting dive centers in being sustainable businesses, and this is very exciting times right now on how we can improve and collaborate and support members onwards. So it is my pleasure to introduce Emma Hetherington to kick off this workshop.
Hello, hi everyone. Nice to see you all again. I've been away for a while, but I'm back, so here I am. That's me, for anyone that doesn't know me. I am working on PADI Eco Centre from the beginning, so I'm just going to kind of introduce this workshop and then hand it back over to the Reef-World guys to give you all the information you need about Greenfins. So if we could go to the next slide, please. Cool, so key takeaways. Hopefully at the end of this hour, you're all going to feel confident in answering these questions. And if you don't, then there's the Q&A session and there's further support available for you to kind of check back in the future if you forget what's going on. But hopefully this is going to ground you in these questions. So what do your members need to know about the Greenfins initiative for the PADI Eco Centre programme? So anyone that's asked you about PADI Eco Centre, what are the basics that they need to understand about Greenfins? How can your members join Greenfins and become eligible for the Eco Centre recognition? So what's kind of the process involved in that? What's the steps that they need to take in order to meet that Eco Centre level? And then how can you specifically track a specific member's progress in the Greenfins programme? Up till now, Florian and myself have been helping with this, kind of looking into the Greenfins system and feeding back information, and we have come to a point where we feel like it would be really good if you guys were kind of empowered to do that for yourselves too, so you can get quicker answers and you can kind of understand the system that we use to track progress and access it yourself and get your answers that you need instantly. So hopefully you will start to feel more confident. But in addition to this webinar, I'm preparing a bunch of other materials to kind of support you from the PADI side. So hopefully in a month's time, you're going to be in a completely different place to where you are now in terms of confidence providing Eco Centre support. So there you go. Thank you very much. Back to you guys. Oh, no, not back to you guys, just me. One more. So I just put this like overview together just to kind of really clearly show what are the criteria for Eco Centre. So you need to have at least one adopted dive site with PADI Blue. You need to be an active Greenfins member, either digital or certified. And then there's two routes to achieving that Eco Centre standard. The first route is through the certified option. And if you go down the certified route that's available in a few countries, a select number of countries, you have to achieve silver or gold membership. And if you go down the digital route, then you have to meet a standard that earns you an Eco Centre recommendation. Basically, the Greenfins initiative says this dive centre has met the standard and is eligible for Eco Centre, and you can earn that recommendation through a combination of your self-evaluation score, your action plan progress, showing that you're making progress with the action plan, and engaging with the community. So over the past year or so, there's been a lot of requests for kind of like, can we just have a simple, straightforward, step-by-step, do this, tick box, tick box. So over the last few weeks, that's what I've been working on. So there's just like a little taster of that will come to your hands soon. So there you go. Back to you guys for real this time.
Thank you so much, Emma. Emma has been a big part in developing the PADI Eco Centre, and also now I'm very pleased to introduce to everyone our new programs manager, Dev Albao. Hi, Dev.
Hello, everyone. Good day, and so happy to gather everyone for this Eco Centre workshop. Just to introduce the Reef-World Foundation, we are a UK charity which delivers practical solutions for marine conservation. And the charity provides practical advice to local and industry-wide environmental challenges through the program of Green Fins. And for the last 20 years, the Reef-World Foundation is the international coordinator of this program, again, as began by the United Nations Environment Program. We are all very happy that you're here co-invested in this program with us for the sustainability of the industry. I would just also like to say, to emphasize that Green Fins is the world's first independent certificate to stop the environmental impact from marine-based tourism. And when we say environmental impact, we mean the destructive side of the activities that we do underwater. In the last 20 years, Green Fins has reached over 1,300 marine tourism businesses, including PADI members, of course, across 81 countries. And what is Reef-World's role in PADI's Eco Centre? Reef-World is committing to supporting the uptake of environmental best practice globally through the Green Fins program. And we are also excited to empower all of us here in this call to be able to answer questions about this program, but at the same time, we'll go deeper into how Green Fins works and what makes sense to the PADI team to deliver the Eco Centre label. Thank you so much, Erin, and thank you, Emma, and happy to be here with you all.
Thank you, Dev. If you have any questions, we're moving now into the meaty part. So if you have any questions along the workshop, please drop them in the comments section below and we will get to you after the workshop. But if we won't able to answer it on this call, we will surely email you with the answers to your questions. So moving forward, as we all know, Green Fins has two types of membership, which is the certified and digital. So the queen for certified memberships, I am happy to introduce Emma Levy, one of the program's officers, to talk about Green Fins certified membership and how PADI Eco Centre weaves into it.
Thank you so much, Erin. Hi, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining. So I'm the second Emma on this call, so you can call me Emma L, Reef-World Emma, whatever you fancy. So next slide, please. I have about 5 minutes to talk about 20 years of Green Fins, so hold on to your seats, everyone. So I'll start with just talking about the Green Fins Code of Conduct. So this is the heart of Green Fins. This is and Erin is dropping a link, so everyone can click on that. So this looks at the business holistically. So this is the underlying factor of all Green Fins assessments, self-evaluations, and so on. So it's 15 steps, and it looks at everything from garbage management, interaction with marine life, interaction with customers, and so on. And this is what dive centres should use as their Bible, I should say, for how to improve their environmental practices in the water. So this is scientifically proven, and so dive centres who follow this will reduce their impact. So I know that a lot of you get questions such as, how do I prepare for an assessment? How do I prepare for my self-evaluation? Share the code of conduct with them. So that is available via our website, but it's also available as a YouTube video for any that want a more visual representation of what the code of conduct is. Next slide, please. So, certified membership has been around for about 20 years, or maybe a little bit less. And how it works is it has been available to date across 15 countries, but around now there's 8 that are able to provide certified membership. So you can see that that's been spread across Southeast Asia, the Red Sea, and the Caribbean, and Central and South America as well. Teresa, if you just click the next visuals. So we are partnered with the UN Environment Programme. So this is a UN Environment Programme initiative spearheaded by the Reef-World Foundation. So we work with every single country that chooses to implement Green Fins to help them on their journey. But you can sort of imagine Green Fins as more independent in each country. So in each country that chooses to adopt Green Fins, it's run by government and NGOs. So Reef-World is more of a support to these countries. So that means they have in-person assessors who do the assessments. So we don't personally do that ourselves as Reef-World. That's done by individuals in country. And of course, in turn, those government and NGO workers then interact with the dive centres. So they provide assessments, they provide training, and they also have the power quite often to change legislation on a much higher level to make sure that things are adopted by dive centres and the private sector. So the best way to know where certified membership is available is to go on greenfins.net/join. So this will always have the most up-to-date list of which countries are certified at the moment. Because I know that everything can change, governments make changes all the time, which can then affect whether certified membership is available. Okay, Teresa, next slide, please. So this is a run through of the full certified membership process, start to finish. So this is what you can tell dive centres who are eligible for certified to how to get involved. So first of all, sign up on our online platform, the Greenfins Hub. So they can do this at hub.greenfins.net/register. That then sends a automated email to the national team to get them to start off the process to organise their assessment. So the next step is that assessment. So they are visited by 2 assessors and they receive, the assessors join them for a dive, they observe the day, they talk to staff to gather information they need to score that assessment. Another perk of certified membership is during that assessment day, they receive environmental staff training. So all staff are gathered together and they're educated about the environment from these trained assessors. By the end of that day, the assessors will sit down with the managers and talk about what they observed, but also agree together their action plan. So I think all of you by now have heard about this Greenfins action plan. So this is a real collaborative experience. This is organised between management or owners and the assessors, and they agree together on what to work on over their 12-month year of membership. From there, each assessment is quality controlled by Reef-World, so that's me and Sam that do that, and then they will be under these different scoring levels. So I'm going to talk a bit later about what that means to Eco Centre. I won't go into the details now, but you can see that there's gold, silver, bronze, and restricted. And then, of course, we welcome them to Greenfins. So I think that's my section for now. Next slide. For now.
Thank you, Emma.
Over to you.
So again, just to recap, certified memberships are available for in-person assessors. For countries that doesn't have an in-person assessors, that's where the digital membership comes in. So digital membership is totally managed by Reef-World. I'm the one who is leading into this, and also digital membership is available anytime, anywhere. So this membership came to life because of the requests and the demand of dive centers to be Greenfins members where we cannot reach them. Next slide, please, Teresa. So what is digital membership? How does digital membership work? So the journey of digital membership starts with hub.greenfins.net. The dive center goes to hub.greenfins.net and signs up as personal account. After that, they will go through questions where they will be asked about the details of their operation. They will be making an operation account. After that, they will go to the self-evaluation. I think most of you have heard what is self-evaluation. How does self-evaluation work? Basically, self-evaluation works, it's like a question set that is based on the Greenfins Code of Conduct. The members or the owner or the manager will go through question sets about their operation. So it will cover, like, if they have a boat, it will be asked about their boat. It will be asked about their day-to-day operations. The self-evaluation will check their environmental impact. So it is highly recommended and very important that the owner or the manager of the operation, which is highly involved in the day-to-day operations, takes this self-evaluation question sets. We had instances where the interns take it and then they are not satisfied with the score. So it is very important that the manager or the owner takes the self-evaluation. After that, after they have finished the self-evaluation, the hub will introduce them to the action plan. An action plan is the same as the certified membership's action plan, but here it is all digitally suggested, or you can choose your action plan. Action plans are the points or any solutions that the Dive Center should work on for the year. So it could be reduction of plastic waste in your operation, and staff training and all of that stuff. So for certified memberships, we have 3 action plans. For digital memberships, we have 4 action plans. So we recommend that each action point, each quarter, the digital operations can complete 1 action point that they'll complete it throughout the year. Take note, once the operation done the self-evaluation and the action plan, then they will become active. If the operation falls off only did the self-evaluation, they will not become active. They have to complete the self-evaluation and action plan to become an active Greenfins member. After that, they will have access to the community forum and the solutions library where they can go through lots of resources that can help their operation. So next, Emma?
Thank you. So this slide is really handy to just see an overview on both membership types to identify the differences. So I'm just going to draw out the main differences to give you all an overview on what we just discussed. So certified membership is the in-person assessment. So that is managed by national teams in country with Reef-World offering support. So if you have any questions regarding certified membership, feel free to contact us, and I have a direct line with the national teams and I can find out for you. So this is only available in certain countries, so remember that the Greenfins website is the most up-to-date way to find out which countries these are. But then if you think about digital membership, it's managed by Reef-World and it is available everywhere. So that's the go-to membership if certified isn't available. So certified membership has an in-person assessment, training and consultation. So this is the verified type of membership where a third party comes in and evaluates the centre. Whereas digital membership is done completely online. So this is where we guide them to get their self-evaluation completed, track their progress and get involved with the community forum. Both of these memberships are 12 months long, so they must take action to renew after their 12 months. Let's talk a bit about scoring and the comparisons there. So certified membership, there is gold, silver, bronze and restricted scoring. And remember for Eco Centre, they must get gold or silver. But there are 2 other types of membership, which means slightly different. And like I said, I won't go through those details on the call, but it's all available on the website. Or if you have any questions, we'll have the Q&A at the end as well. Digital membership scoring is a bit different. So they have a self-evaluation score, but they can improve their score throughout the year. And that's by getting involved with the digital aspect of their membership, as Erin talked about. Costings. Okay, so that second to last bullet point on the slide. So for certified membership, it is variable. There's options to donate on the Greenfins website, and some national teams have their own costing structure. So don't worry if you're not sure what that is. You can always ask us and we'll provide that information for you. Whereas digital membership, it's a lot easier. So it's $140 for the first year and $60 for each renewal. That's paid directly to the Greenfins website. And finally, this is where Eco Centre comes in. So we know that sometimes it can take time to get your assessment organised, or even to do enough of your action plan to get that Eco Centre access. So we actually have a grace period for agency eco recognition awards. So that includes Eco Centre. So what that means is if there's a few months delay in between their renewal or in between their assessment taking place, they won't lose Eco Centre active status. So that's really handy for you guys to know in case they're worried that they are waiting a month or 2 to get their assessment completed. They won't lose Eco Centre within that short period of time. Okay, back to you. Oh no, sorry, still me. Okay, so let's talk a bit more about the scoring and Eco Centre. So this is the real meat, let's say, which would be really useful for you. So I mentioned already that it's gold or silver for Eco Centre, but what do the other membership types mean? So we have bronze members, and the numbers in those brackets are the scoring there for their assessment score. So for Greenfin's assessment, high is bad. So high is high impact, low is low impact. So bronze members, they are eligible for Greenfin's membership. So they receive benefits from us, such as advertising on our website, and they're able to use logo and so on. But they do not qualify for Eco Centre. So just think about it as Eco Centre really is about the quality of businesses that you work with. So we want to raise those businesses up. So they really have to work towards that gold and silver so that we can promote them. Restricted members is the other type. So this is our own threshold. So this existed for the last few years before Eco Centre partnership, I think. So these are members that haven't reached a certain score threshold to be visible on our website or receive marketing benefits. We have this so that we have our own quality standard as well. But Eco Centre is even higher than ours. So those are the two differences. All right, Erin, over to you.
Thank you, Emma. So they're certified. Also, there's for digital members, there's a threshold for PADI Eco Centres. So a lot of digital members are aiming for PADI Eco Centres. So there are 3 components that digital members must achieve. 1 is to complete the self-evaluation and achieve the threshold. 2, implement their action plan and progress. And 3, engage in a community forum. So all of these 3 components has their own scoring. So there are instances that the DC will ask, I finished a self-evaluation, but I am not still an Eco Centre. Why is that? Again, you have to complete 3 of these components to be endorsed as a PADI Eco Centre. So number 1, the self-evaluation is very crucial. It has the biggest chunk of the scoring. Next is the action plan, and 3, and community forum. So we advise dive centers to really engage in these 3 components so that they will be endorsed for PADI Eco Centre. Next. So of course, there are members that does not meet the threshold. So the question is, how do we support these members that are not this year members? So for certified and digital, of course, we need to provide member support. We need to keep working with these dive centers who has the highest environmental impact to be with their journey to be a low environmental impact in these businesses. We advise that we encourage them to work on their action plans for the 12 months of membership. There's also dive centers that says to us, but we already did this, we already done the action plan, we want to do more. That is really music to our ears, that dive centers would like to do more. So we encourage them to browse the solutions library and check which action points or which solutions they need to work on. So not necessarily those 4 action points are like they're all done, we want more. So we encourage them to browse the solutions library and look for any initiatives or anything that they would like to do additionally to their operation. Next is we encourage them to also engage in the community forum. We have members that really scored low in their first year, but after they have utilized the Greenfin tools, asked for help in the community on the renewal, they got the PADI Eco Centre designation and also scored really high in the renewal. And next is we have both parties, we have to make sure and encourage them to schedule their next assessment for certified memberships, to schedule with the national team, and also be diligent in their schedules with the national team. And for digital memberships, we have to encourage them to renew on their next self-evaluation. So for digital memberships, if they are expiring, for example, in October 2024, they can renew a month early, September 2024. So digital members can renew a month early before their expiration. So if you have any questions about this slide, please drop them in the questions below or the comment box, and we will get back to you after. So right now we will see how PADI Eco Centre at Greenfields is performing globally and in the Asia Pacific. So I'm pleased to welcome Sam Wilson, our data analyst, one of the programs officers in the Reef-World Foundation.
All right, thank you very much, Erin. All right, so yeah, I'm just going to be taking you guys through a bit of a top level sort of look at how Eco Centre is progressing. Not going to go into too much detail because I feel like otherwise it's going to overload everyone a bit too much, but we'll just sort of get a bit of a context idea because I think we've all been talking about the details of Eco Centre, but it's difficult without seeing what the actual sort of, what it looks like globally. So if we can skip to the next slide. So we've got just a bit of a general numbers look. So at the moment we've got 285 active PADI Greenfins members. So active members is people who have had a self-evaluation or an assessment done within the last 12 months. So this number changes a bit, but in general at the moment we're at about 285 for the PADI Greenfins members. Of that, 141 of those are eligible for Eco Centre. So for what this means is from the Greenfin side, they have met the criteria to become an Eco Centre. I think we were chatting with Emma yesterday, I think it's not, this number's a little bit more than the actual number of Eco Centres, just based on who has signed up for the Adopt the Blue. But that's around, we're looking and sort of seeing how many of them can make it there. We've had a question. Just quick check on that. Okay, so question from Mark. Can you change the membership length for different member levels? Meaning bronze and digital need new assessment once every 12 months, and silver every 2 years. So yeah, at the moment the assessment we'll sort of discuss more of those questions later, but at the moment the membership is set just at 12 months, just because that is actually partly a technical limitation on that in terms of how these sort of membership systems can work, but also it's the regular touch points that allow people to actually stay connected with Greenfins and make these consistent small changes over time. If we skip to the next slide. So this is a brief look at the maps that we've got showing the geographic spread of our members. So at the moment, PADI Greenfins members, you can see, are pretty much all over the map. So yeah, we've got a really good range of different memberships across PADI at the moment. And if we go to the next slide, we'll see a map of the Eco Centre eligible members. And again, you can see it matches up with pretty much what we'd expect. It's not all concentrated in just one area. All of the PADI members are like sort of moving towards achieving this Eco Centre status. And move to the next slide. A brief look at the sort of where the numbers of members are. So this is just for the Asia Pacific region. We don't have all of the countries that I know that PADI is sort of managing members, or the PADI members at least, in the Asia Pacific region. This is just the countries where there are currently active Greenfins members. So yeah, you can see Malaysia and Indonesia, they're definitely one of the most sort of the busier areas, and they're definitely picking up a lot more of the memberships. And we can see in the orange, you can see is the number of Eco Centre eligible PADI Greenfins members. So looking at around 60% of PADI members are making it to the eligible status out of most of these countries. If we skip to the next one, this is just a brief look at how they're performing. So we talked a bit earlier about the scoring system. So remembering that the lower the score, the lower the environmental impact. So again, Eco Centres, as we would hope, are performing better than the average sort of dive centres. So in the blue, you've got the average environmental impact score for all PADI Greenfins members. And in the yellow, we've got the average score for just the Eco Centre eligible members. So we can see they are consistently performing above what we would expect from like an average dive centre, which is really great. That's what we were hoping. And this one just shows, so the last map, the last graph was for just the digital members. There's only 2 to show there because it's only been around for a couple of years so far. This one is for certified, and we have a lot more consecutive years of membership in certified because it's been running for longer. What I wanted to show in this one was just to prove that the longer people are members with Greenfins, the lower their environmental impact. So this is what we talk about when we say making small changes, but consistently every year to make this kind of, to improve their environmental impact scores. We see this across the board. The longer people are retained in Greenfin's membership, the less negative environmental impact they have over time. And this is reflected here, and again, we can see the Eco Centre eligible stores performing above the average for most dive centres. And go to the next slide. I think it might be me doing a live demonstration now, is that correct? It is me doing a live demonstration, wonderful. Thanks for bearing with me through all the data aspect of things. So one step we want to get you guys involved with is getting you set up with Metabase. So this is an online tool that we've been using to manage the memberships, and it's what Emma has obviously become very accustomed to now with finding out these details about what aspect is it that your members need to improve on or to work on in order to meet these thresholds for the Eco Centre eligibility. So a nice easy tool that we've come up with is called Metabase, and we are going to send you invitations to add you all onto this online tool. I'm going to send it after the workshop today, and it's going to come along with some tutorial videos just to get you guys used to using it. And I know that MH has also been working on a lot more sort of flowcharts and additional help packages to get you all online. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to share, join us on Metabase. So click through, slight technical problem.
That's all right.
I will give you a heads up when I fixed it.
Yeah, everyone here will have access to the reports on Metabase, so please expect an email and watch out for that email for the invite. If you have any requests for any reports that you would like to look into in your regions, just give us a message and we will try to accommodate it as much as we can. So after Sam Wilson's Metabase training, I will share the information. Okay, go ahead, Sam.
Apologies for that. We just made a slight change to how that's going to be presented. Okay, so what you're going to see is you're going to have, basically I'll send videos on how to get the login thing there. I think, a slight technical issue on that. But what you're going to have is you're going to have a folder on the left side for PADI, and essentially this is going to give you access to all of the data that we're going to make available to you. The main one that I think you guys are really going to want to be using is this top left box. If you click on this is where we've been monitoring all of the members in terms of the PADI members and how they are doing in terms of their Eco Centre status. So you can see here, there's obviously, it looks a bit confusing at first, a lot of members, a lot of information. For you guys, you're going to want to filter these to something more useful. So let's say you want to see a bit of a rundown of your countries. You can just click this filter button, click the country on the left, and then just type in, so let's just use an example, look at the one particular country. You can type more than one in there as well, just to have a look. And now you can see a table with all the information for members within a particular country. You can scroll across, it's going to show you whether they have added their payments, whether they've completed their setup on the Greenfins hub, and then I think probably the most useful part of this are these 3 columns. So this is where we're going to find whether they've met their self-evaluation threshold, whether they've met the criteria for the community scores, that's using the community forum, or whether they've met the criteria for the action plan. Now, I'll again be loading up lots of tutorial videos explaining these, and Emma H has got a lot of information packs, so you don't need to remember all the details. But remember here that if they're certified, they just need to reach the silver or gold score. If they are digital members, then this is when you need to look at whether they have met the criteria. And then afterwards, if they have met these three, you'll see this column will have the word true in it. So it just sort of shows them everything they're going to have, whether they've met all these criteria. So this is when you have members reaching out to you asking what it is that they need to do to meet this criteria. These three boxes will tell you whether they need more waves on the community forum to complete their action plan, or whether they've just not met the threshold for their self-evaluation that year. And yeah, that'll give you your next steps on how to advise them moving forwards. But as I said, I'll be uploading a lot of tutorial videos explaining this and some snapshots to help you guys understand a bit better.
Thank you so much, Sam. And also, one highlight to emphasize is when we are checking with the members, it is really important for them when they're signing up in the hub to put their PADI store number correctly. Because if they don't put their PADI store number correctly, it won't feed into the API. So we have members asking, like, we have done green fin side, we also have adopt the blue, why are we not showing as PADI Eco Centre? So it's really important to advise them, have you put in your PADI store number. So yeah. We have a question from Mark Hedger before moving on. Emma, I think Emma Levy would be the best person to answer this question. Can you change the membership length for different number levels, meaning bronze, gold, silver have different dates for reassessment?
Yes, I can do. Hello, Mark. Good to hear from you. I think Sam covered this a little bit earlier, but just to elaborate, so that connection with the dive centre every 12 months is really key to assisting them to improve their environmental impact. So of course, silver and gold members are better performers, but they still will have things to work on. So having that annual assessment, and then also having a new action plan, so something to work on every 12 months, keeps them moving along that sustainability journey. And there's always room for improvement, so we want to reach them every 12 months.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, thanks for that. You know what my issue is in Malaysia, though, right? With the team on the ground not being able to get round to all of the dive centres to do this. I think we spoke about this quite a few times before. So my reasoning behind that is, if they can't get behind, can't we make the gold members so they don't need to have an assessment every 2-3 years, so they maintain their membership?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I know that there can be a delay with national teams because they work on many different projects, Reef-World being one of them. So ultimately, other than it being a logistical nightmare for us, we would have to make mammoth changes, which just aren't really possible at this time. As Dev is writing, we still want to have those regular touch points, and the national teams, I mean, I know in Malaysia they've just done, I think...
Yeah, a lot. They've gone round.
A lot. So they do get round to it, and we remember that we do have that grace period as well. So if they're waiting up to 6 months for their assessment, they won't lose Eco Centre status. So they're getting the benefits of annual assessments, but they're also getting the benefit of Eco Centre at the same time. So really they shouldn't be missing out if there is a delay. If there's a delay in longer than those 6 months, then the best option probably would be to go to digital if they really, really want to maintain. But I think in Malaysia, they're well within that 6-month grace period, so people shouldn't have missed out, I hope.
Yeah, we're coming to the close at the end of the season, end of September, October, so now they've gone round. What will happen is next year, they won't need an assessment because they're open, they've already got their assessment done. But what will happen is when it gets to the end of the season in 2025, they would then lose their membership because they've had all their assessments, say July, August. Then when they reopen in 2026, they won't be Greenfins members because then we need to wait for the Greenfins team to come round again in 2026. So they will miss out on that 6-month window. That's why I'm just trying to think of different ways that we can help the Malaysian members to prolong the length of membership.
Yeah, I reckon we probably, instead of extending the membership, the best option would be to try and target things early. So I know that monsoon season in Malaysia, especially with the islands, is really does halt activities, and it does halt the assessment process as well. So if the dive centres get in touch with the national team and the national team organises the assessments early, then they can do it at the same time each year. But that's logistics for us to work out over the year. But Mark, I reckon let's stay in touch about that. Let's stay in touch with the national team and make sure that next year we're not just pushing things back and back and back, which could be affected by other aspects. I know that we're a bit time dependent, so Mark, we can always pick this up outside of this call for Malaysia-specific issues, and then go back to the content.
I'll see you at ADEX next year.
Yeah, I'll see you there. I'll be at the PADI booth.
Oh, will you?
It's the best place to hang out.
Yeah, after 5. Anyway, thank you, thank you, Emma, and thank you so much, Sam, for presenting the data and the what's nots in Metabase. So, Teresa, could you please share our presentation? So we're at the last bit of our workshop here, and the question is how can we support and any Reef-World's communication support and channels. So where can we find the resources? What tools do we need? So here it is. So next slide, please. So Reef-World has this, Greenfins has this membership support in the scope of anything related to Greenfins memberships. You can direct them to us. Anything related to the hub and any community technical issues, direct them to us. And any questions for action plan of members and solutions libraries inquiries, anything of the Greenfins side, you can direct them to us, and we will handle those inquiries. Next slide. So we are going to give agency eco recognition packs for you guys. This is internal use for all PADI field staff, so that you will have a cheat sheet on how to communicate Greenfins and PADI Eco Centres to your members. So this will include all you need to know about the Greenfins programs, what we talked about, tools and how to navigate these tools. Also, the meta-based bite-sized videos of Sam Wilson will also be included here. Note to all PADI field staff though, since we are inviting you to the meta-based report, if there is any new PADI field staff, kindly reach out to us with their email so that they will have access to the meta-based reports. So from the PADI field side, how we can support field staff and for members. So this is recommendations is the what, whys, and hows of PADI Eco Centre. I hope we can communicate that. Also, communicate and promote the Greenfins membership as a step to the PADI Eco Centre pathway. Also, communications of not this year and restricted membership using the meta-based information, and also redirect members to Greenfins resources online. Next slide. So when do you contact Reef-World or refer Greenfins communications channel? Again, if there are any Greenfins hub payment issues, just send them to me. Any technical issues with the API, errors pages, self-evaluation, they're stuck. We have bugs once in a while, please direct them to me. Also, if any resources does not suffice to the members issuing inquiry, send them to us. Any internal PADI reference stuff that you need to know. Also, any questions on self-evaluation, action plan, and community score that needs to be looked into, and any action plan changes or inquiries. So for action plan changes, we understand that some action plans that is suggested by the hub are not applicable for, or are not feasible for the dive center, and they would like to change the action plan for the year. That is no problem at all. Just direct them to me, and I will help them change their action plan. So of course, this is case-to-case basis, ad hoc basis, and if the dive center is eligible for changing of action plans. Next, where to reach us. So we are now making it easier for everyone on how to ask questions or reach out to us. We will make a member support page in our website in greenfins.net. So all of the you need to knows is gonna be found in one website. Also, community forum. Please encourage the dive centers to use the community forum if there are any questions that is not sensitive to their operation. Any questions about their action plan or solutions library, or you need any help or recommendations, please direct them to the community forum. There are a lot of discussions there, and some members might have the same question, or their question is already answered by some members or us. So we recommend them to take a browse in the community forum. Third is email info@greenfins.net. So any inquiries, email info@greenfins.net. Also, we have a WhatsApp account. You can add us now in our WhatsApp business account. This is for unresolved concerns or any immediate concerns, like very, like, we need to look at this now. WhatsApp is available for you guys. And then we are going to open live membership support hours per month to have a face-to-face call with members who has unresolved issues, special cases, and stuff like that. So information of number 1 and number 5 will be sent out to you soon. So we are 10 minutes. Thank you. So we have 10 minutes for questions and answers. If you have any questions and anything about the workshop, please do raise your hand and we will answer it now.
Maybe I could just add something.
Yeah.
While people are thinking of questions, if there aren't any. Just to kind of wrap it up, having been through all of that, obviously there's like quite a lot of information to learn, but that's because the system is so comprehensive, which leads to some complexity, but it's so comprehensive because the Reef-World and the Greenfins initiative really is the world-leading solution when it comes to marine tourism, sustainability, and best practice. So hopefully, having like taken all of this in, it really drives home to you why we're working with the Reef-World Foundation and why the Greenfins initiative is such an important part of Eco Centre, and why PADI hasn't just tried to do this ourselves, because we are kind of experts in diver training, but having seen everything here, if you can imagine that how PADI could do this in any sort of comparable way, I don't think we would measure up. So that's why we are partnered and we're working together to not only provide the quality to our members, but also provide that external legitimacy that an external organisation provides.
Yeah, thank
We
you
got
so
a question from Robin.
Yeah, thank you so much, Emma. So thank you, Robin, for your question. So he asked, if an Eco Centre rating gets awarded, is it the only thing they have to do each year to keep their Eco Centre rating and pay the Greenfins renewal? So on their first year of membership, they will have to pay $140 and have to go through the self-evaluation and build the action plan and engage with the community. When they pass the threshold for Eco Centre and also pass the threshold for PADI, they will be awarded the Eco Centre. So when their membership is due for expiration in the Greenfin side, they have to pay the renewal fee of $60 and then go through the self-evaluation again, build the action plan again, and engage with the community again to maintain their status as Eco Centre. So let's say the dive center didn't pass the threshold for the second year. So we will look into what went wrong or what went. So it's we always believe that sustainability is not a linear path. It's an up and down path. So we have dive centers that is Eco Centre on the first year and not Eco Centre on the second year. So we encourage them to keep on doing the action plans, check on what worked, what changed, and then continue the sustainability journey. There.
I'm
Yes,
just going to
Emma.
add to that as well. So, as Erin was saying, for digital members, because they're not receiving that in-person assessment, we need to know that they're working on their sustainability action plan. So that's why we want them to not only do the self-evaluation, but keep working on their action plan and engaging with the community forum. For certified, it's a bit different. So they receive their in-person assessment by external assessors, which means that their score on the day determines whether they are eligible for Eco Centre. So, so digital membership, they're sort of working towards it. Certified, it happens on the day every 12 months, roughly. For certified, they just need to get gold or silver membership to qualify for Eco Centre. Thank you. Teresa shared a really handy video for Greenfin's membership. So if your dive centres aren't sure whether they want to go Greenfins or what it means for them, you can share that video along with the code of conduct video that we sent earlier as well.
Yeah. So, so everything that we discussed here is going to the membership pack that you're gonna receive. If you have any questions or suggestions what you would like to see in the pack, please put them in the chat box below or directly send an email to info@greenfins.net, and we would love to hear from you guys on what you want to see in the membership pack and how we can help you in the field. So if there aren't any more questions, we do really appreciate your time today, and we're on time, yay! So thank you so much. Emma, do you have, hi Sir Neil, do you want to
Hi, Erin. I just wanted to say thank you to part of all of us here at the field team. I know you guys do great work. I'm lucky enough to get to meet you guys once a year at ADEX. It's very appreciated that you're going to share some tools with us, the code of conduct and the videos that will help. You know, especially for me as I go around Indonesia, I get asked, what did he assess you on? Being eco. If I've got something to give them or hand out to them, it's going to help me, especially for them to then have to link to you. It's also quite nice to find out the breakdown of the memberships and how you sort of differentiate between them. You know, again, some of the questions I get is what's the difference between the levels? I know it's not really my place to answer, but have I got some more of a basic knowledge now? It really does help. So I know, hopefully for the rest of the guys in the team as well, not in Malaysia, Philippines, etc., the guys and girls around, thank you for your presentation. It will really help us moving forward.
Thank you so much, Neil, and for the support as well. Yeah, very happy to have feedback and anything that you guys need, any tools you need to help you in the field, we would be happy to support it. Emma H, do you have any last words before we say goodbye?
Yeah, please. So as I said, I'm preparing a few materials to support you guys from the PADI side that really takes into account the aware side of things too. Hopefully there's not going to be any repeated information. I'm trying to kind of design that in a way that will just signpost you guys to the Greenfins material, so you don't have like hundreds of different documents to look at, just trying to streamline it as much as possible. But just keep an eye out in your inbox over the next couple of weeks for stuff from there. I'm not gonna host any like live webinars like this. I'm just gonna pre-record something and then maybe have like a Q&A session live a bit down the line if you guys have questions. But a key element of that is kind of like a flow chart to guide you through this whole process from the beginning to like the end. If your member, like if you want to find out where your member is towards Eco Centre, it's like a question, yes, no, on to the next thing, question, yes, no. And so it should really help you step through everything, but I'll be here to kind of support you through that as we go. So yeah, just signposting, keep your eyes out for an email from me. There will be more helpful stuff in there. Thanks guys for arranging this, and thanks everyone for coming. So
Okay. Thank you, Emma, and thank you, everyone. Looking forward maybe to meet some of you in the field, and thank you so much for the work you're doing. And we are from Reef-World, in behalf of Reef-World, we are very much happy and proud to be part of the PADI Eco Centre, and we're making a big difference here for sustainability. So thank you, everyone, and see you in the emails and communication channels.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.